This video seeks to highlight food security in the Caribbean region and understand its relationship to climate change and measures that can be implemented to build climate-resilient food system here in the region. Food security and the ability for the Caribbean to feed itself has been hot topics recently. We've all heard about the catchphrases eat local, eat what you grow, grow what you eat, and heavy emphasis is being placed on boosting local production. However, due to numerous external shocks such as COVID-19, the ongoing war in Ukraine and Russia, high energy prices has impacted the Caribbean food system. However, out of all these, climate change has been deemed one of the most serious threats to agriculture productivity. So it is crucial for us to understand what is food security. So to do so, let's define what food security is. Food security exists when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy lifestyle. What is climate change, you may ask? Simply put, it refers to any change in climate over time, whether due to natural variability or as a result of human activity. Climate change would continue to have far-reaching impacts here in the Caribbean now and well into the future. Changing weather patterns increase the chances of extreme events such as hurricanes, floods, droughts, and there will be an increased incidence of invasive species, pests, and diseases. These events substantially impact food production. They significantly limit the quality, accessibility, and availability of resources and compromise the stability of the food system in the Caribbean. So let's now summarize some of the impacts that climate change has, one on agriculture production and also on us as small island developing state. There's changes in the precipitation patterns. There's also less predictability in seasonal patterns, such as wondering whether we're in the dry season or wondering whether we're in the wet season. There's also the increase in the frequency and intensity of floods. This can be seen right here in Trinidad and Tobago recently. Temperature increases leading to droughts, leading to water shortages of which the agriculture sector is dependent on. There's the issue of sea level rise. There's also coastal erosion and saltwater intrusion. We can't forget soil erosion and loss of biodiversity, of which the Caribbean is rich in. Climate change has severely impacted the coral reef, causing coral bleaching, which also impacts the fish stock. Some of these challenges, as mentioned previously, may seem unsurmountable. However, by investing and implementing climate-smart agriculture practices and technologies, we can boost agriculture production and also build a climate-resilient food system. So let's take a look at a few CSA or climate-smart agriculture practices that can be used here in the region. We can adopt water harvesting and management technologies, such as having access to drip irrigation systems, utilizing composting and mulching and other agronomic practices. We can adopt crop management strategies, investing in more climate-resilient varieties such as drought-tolerant crops. There's agriculture technologies that offer greater resilience to climate change. These include hydroponics, aquaponics, vertical farming, shade houses, and controlled farming environments. By no means these are the only solutions. These are meant to complement current agriculture production practices. Some of these technologies also has to be tailored to fit the Caribbean context. There's also need for investment, research and development, data collection, and sound government policies when it comes to the impact of climate change on food security. So to summarize, we identified food security. We identified some of the impacts climate change is having on agriculture productivity and on small island developing states. We also sought to introduce some measures, particularly climate-smart agriculture practices and technologies that can be used to boost agriculture productivity, increase income levels of those who are more vulnerable, and also to build a more resilient agri-food system right here in the Caribbean region.